Hello everyone, so welcome back. So in this video, let's discuss the Azure Databricks important components. Okay, starting with the workspace, right? So as I told you, so workspace is basically like whatever the workspace we create. Okay, so it is the each workspace is isolated from the other. So I can create a multiple workspaces. Okay, so it is a isolation unit, so it will not affect the other workspace. Okay, so and each workspace has its identifier. So even I just show you this is ID of a workspace, right? So we can just create a multiple workspace and each workspace has its own ID. So even we can just log the resources under this workspace. Okay, so which is deployed in the control panel and data panel. Okay, so you can just try to do a settings and you can just log this. And even we can just organize all this assets, right? So we can, I just showed you, like we can just create folders. Okay, we can have the notebooks, libraries, and dashboards and everything inside this. Okay, so even it defines access control on all the assets. Okay, so this is all about the workspace. Okay, so now let's see about the notebooks. Okay, if I just try to go and create a new, right? So I told you, so if I just click a new notebook, you can see like I have an option, right? So where I need to provide the notebook name, and I have a default language as a Python, right? So we can just code in any Spark supported language, right? So whether it's Scala, SQL, or R, right? Even if we, after creating the notebook, okay, we can invoke the notebooks from the others and pass the data. For example, I've just created this. Okay, so by passing some name, demo23. Okay, so for example, you can see like this is so assume like I have just created a Python file, but so I can just add this percent sign, and you can just write the SQL and start coding with the SQL language, right? So if you, even you can just try to type R and start coding with R, right? So even we can just of course in the notebooks, even we can just do the visualization, right? So where we can turn the data into graphs or build a dashboards. Even we can just collaborate with the multiple users where they can edit and share the comments over it, right? So this is all about the notebooks. Okay, so next we have something called jobs. Okay, so jobs is basically is the execution of notebook or a jar. Okay, so here you can just create a job. Okay, so which it can run immediately. It can run immediately, or we can just schedule it. Okay, so if I just click on create job, okay, so I can just select what is the notebook. Okay, so select. Okay, so I can just give a cluster and we can just schedule it, right? And each job can have a different cluster configuration as well, right? So and we can just monitor all this job runs and set up alerts. Okay, we can just perform all those things. Okay, so this is all about the job section. Okay, so next we have something called libraries. Okay, so under the library section, okay, so where we can just install the third party libraries. Okay, so and even it can support the other languages as well. Okay, so this is all about, even we, yeah, even for example, even if we go to the data here, so here we have a databases and tables, right? So we, in the databases, we can create databases and tables inside them, right? And of course, the table have the collection of the structured data, and even whatever we create is the almost equivalent to data frame, right? So where you can just perform the same operations on the table. Even we can create what like we can have the diet queries, like we can write the tables. Okay, so we can just perform all the related to databases. Okay, so inside this data tab. Okay, so this is about the Databricks. Okay, so are some of the components. Okay, so if we just try to do a hands-on and try to explore it. Okay, so it will be you'll be understanding a better way. Okay, so now let's see like about the monitoring in the next video.